Alrighty guys, you gotta love technology. My video just totally ended on me. So hopefully those who were on the last video reload and hop back onto this video. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time because it doesn't look like anybody's gotten back on yet. So thanks for being patient. This is why we do the yoga, you guys, because stuff like this happens throughout our day where we get these wrenches thrown at us, and it's how we handle it. Do we say, oh shoot, let's reload it, let's get going on another one, or do we stress out about it? Do we linger? Do we let it eat at us? I'm going to let that go. I'm going to brush that off the shoulder. I know you guys understand how it is, so let's just give it a little bit of time for people to hop back on to this video. So, thanks, Mom, for hopping on. Alright, again, sorry about that, you guys. I lost my previous connection, so I had to restart the video. Technical difficulties, you gotta love it, you know? Alright, if you were on the previous video and now you're on to this one, mention it in the comments so I know. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so I'm going to continue on with what I was doing before I got cut off. So I was going to do a chaturanga demo. Chaturanga and Tadasana, four postures linked together with your breath. So we always start our chaturangas from a high plank. So starting in our high plank, think long line of energy through the top of your head down through your heels here. First option is from your knees. So go ahead and drop to your knees here. So you're in an extended tabletop. Your shoulders are over your wrists. Your knees, however, are not directly under your hips. They're a little bit further back. So we're here on an inhale. We're hinging through our tailbone here, just finding a slight tuck. This is going to send our chest forward. And then on our exhale, lower down with the strength of your arms. So you'll feel that. You're building strength. Inhale for Cobra, hands under your shoulders, tops of your feet flat on the ground. Lift up through your chest. And then exhale, downward facing dog. So maybe you go into tabletop and then to downward facing dog. So that is one option. If you want to take the fullest variation, you're going to keep your knees lifted from that high plank. So from your high plank, again, wrists under your shoulders, long line of energy. If you notice your hips are sinking down, if you notice your hips are far up, if you notice yourself kind of shrugging down into your arms, that is a sign that you just need to take it down a notch. Just drop to your knees. That is okay. Move above the ego. The beauty of doing yoga at your house is that you don't have everybody else in the class to compare yourself to. So be gracious with yourself. Be gracious with your thoughts. Definitely push yourself. But if you see that your alignment is being compromised, go ahead and take a step back, build your strength, and then move back up to that variation that doesn't have any modifications. So, fullest variation. Here in our high plank, we're going to shift forward just slightly on our inhale, and then on our exhale, we're lowering down just halfway. You don't want shoulders to go too far, just halfway, hugging your elbows in. Flip the tops of your feet, lengthen through your arms, gaze forward, upward facing dog. Roll your shoulders back. Your hips, your knees are lifted off the ground. And then exhale for downward facing dog. Send your hips high, press the mat away. So that is the fullest variation. With these classes, you know, if you're somebody that's used to the flow twos, maybe add on an extra push-up. But always know to modify as much as you need. So today for class, we're going to start in a seated position. So Sukhasana, it's easy seated pose. So go ahead and face towards the front of your mat with your legs crossed. So you're going to be crossing through your shins, one foot in front of the other. So don't stack one on top of the other. Go ahead and give them both space on the mat. You're energetically working your knees down to the ground so you're feeling this opening through your hips. You want to lift up through the top of your head. Go ahead and close your eyes here. So feel long and straight through your spine. Roll your shoulders down your back gently. Rooting through your sits bones here. Again, eyes are closed, and begin to focus here on your breath. So our breath, our pranayama, it's so important for our practice. Now the reason why it's so important is because it is our life force. So it's essentially what is keeping us alive every day, whether or not we notice it or not. So much we are unintentionally taking those breaths, keeping us alive. We don't even know that it's happening. So right now, bring your focus to your breath. Drive your inhales down through your chest, through your ribs, through the depths of your belly. And on your exhale, push the air out of your nose. Inhales and exhales here to just come into your space, settle into the four corners of your mat. We're going to take Sama Vritti breath. We'll do that together. We'll move through 3 rounds of breath here. So on your inhale through your nose for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold at the top. And release, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold at the bottom. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold at the top. Keep your eyes closed. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Last round here, lengthen out your breath. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold at the top. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Beautiful. Come back to your normal breath here. But continuing to take your breaths a little bit deeper than you normally would. One more round here. Exhale, let it go. On your inhale, hinge forward into tabletop. So root your palms down, step back one knee at a time. Tabletop position, your wrists are under your shoulders, so we're stacking our joints, knees under our hips. Long line of energy through the top of our head, out through our hips, so our back is straight. Tops of your feet root into the ground. Gaze is right down in front of you here, so you want a long, neutral spine here. Now we're going to move with our breath, moving through cat-cow. So on your inhale for cow, fill up your lungs, take your gaze up to the sky, drop your belly. And exhale for cat. Really press the mat away. You're going to tuck your chin, sending your navel to your spine. Inhale for cow, drop your belly, gaze up, maybe soften through your elbows. And exhale, press the mat away, tuck and curl, navel to spine, root through your knees and your palms. Inhale through cow, draw your chest forward, gaze up. And exhale for cat. Move through 2 more rounds here at your own pace. Again, connecting your breath to your movement. Beautiful job. Last round, inhale, cow. And exhale for cat. Come back to tabletop position, neutral spine. Now curl your toes under, walk your hands forward just a little bit. On your exhale, downward facing dog. So lift your knees, straighten out your legs, send your hips high to the sky. Now pedal out your legs here. For anybody who might feel tight within your hamstrings, always know that you can find a slight bend through your knees. So some people will be able to get their legs straight. Some people won't. So be okay with where you're at. You are trying to work your heels down to the ground, but don't feel like you ever have to get them flat to the ground. Some people's bodies will never allow that. So you're pressing the mat away from your hands. Now you want to find a big, wide grip through your hands here. And then bring a little bit of the weight into your fingertips. This is going to relieve some pressure from your wrists. Find some space through your elbows, through your armpits. Work the top of your chest towards the top of your thighs. Breathe here. 1, inhale. And exhale. Now inhale, gaze to the top of your mat. Bend your knees. And then with small steps, walk your feet towards your hands, top of the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. So keep your fingers on the ground, lengthen through your spine. Knees can be slightly bent if you need. Exhale, fold forward, pour your heart over your legs. 2 more, inhale, halfway lift. Maybe this time hands to your shins. Again, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Last one, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release, pour your heart forward. Now your feet are about hip width distance. Inhale, come to standing, extended mountain, root to rise through your feet. Reach your arms all the way overhead. Inhale. Exhale, hands through, heart center. So Samastihiti, bring your thumbs in towards your sternum here. Close your eyes. Root through the 4 corners of your feet here. You want total engagement through your legs, through your hips. Find a slight tuck of your tailbone. Lengthen up through the top of your head. Find your breath. Inhale, extended mountain, Urdhva Hastasana. Reach with your arms, fill up your lungs. Exhale, fold forward. So hinge at your hips. Now keep a flat spine the whole way down. Always an option to bend your knees if you need. Move slow. Inhale for a halfway lift. Lengthen, roll your shoulders to the back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extended mountain, rise up. Inhale. Exhale, hands through, heart center. Thumbs to your sternum, close your eyes. Inhale, extended mountain, reach with your fingers all the way up. Maybe your gaze follows. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at your hips. Expand through your chest, keep a flat spine. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Now this time, plant your hands, step back into a high plank. Now we're going to move through our first chaturanga of class. So find your foundation, shoulders over your wrists, long line of energy. Either you stay here or you drop to your knees. Shift forward on your inhale. Exhale, lower down, either halfway or all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Awesome job, yogis. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat, bend your knees. And exhale, travel with small steps to the top of your mat. Inhale for a halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, hinge at your hips. Inhale, extended mountain, reach, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through, heart center. Inhale, extended mountain, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, hands through your heart, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, chaturanga, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Move through your variation here. Upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now we're going to move through that one more time, just to build a little bit of heat and strength. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat, bend your knees. Exhale, travel feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extended mountain, root to rise, reach. Exhale, hands through heart center, thumbs to your sternum. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga. Again, your variation, be okay with where you're at. Don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 10 or 20. Downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Deep inhale here. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your right leg high. Send your heel to the sky while also keeping your right hip square to the ground. Exhale, lunge. So step forward to your right heel here. So on your lunge, your right knee stacks over your right ankle. Shine your chest forward on your inhale. And exhale, pyramid variation. Straighten your right leg. Send your chin to your shin. If you want to take it deeper, bend your elbows. Now we're going to move with our breath. Inhale, back to lunge. Bend your right knee. Gaze forward. Exhale, pyramid variation. Straighten legs. Hinge forward. Last one, inhale, lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Send your chest over your thigh. Inhale, lunge. Bend your right knee. Gaze forward. Exhale, step back into high plank. Chaturanga here. Upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Other side here, inhale, left leg high. So send your left heel to the sky. Exhale, step forward to your left thumb. Inhale, rise. No, we're hanging out here in your lunge. Shine your chest forward. Exhale, pyramid variation. So straighten your left leg here. Keep a flat spine as much as you can. So you don't want to send your chin to your chest. You want to keep your chin to your shin, gaze out in front of you, and to take it deeper, bend your elbows. Move with our breath. Inhale, lunge, bend your left knee. Exhale, pyramid variation, straighten both legs. Last one, inhale, lunge, gaze out in front of you. Exhale, pyramid variation, beautiful job. Inhale, back to lunge. Exhale, high plank, chaturanga. Your own variation here, maybe you would just hold in your high plank, just building up strength through your shoulders. Here in down dog, make sure to breathe. Deep inhale and exhale. So using your core here, walk your hands back to your feet. So you're coming into a forward fold towards the back of your mat. Let your head hang heavy. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, let it go. Inhale, root to rise, extended mountain, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana, hands down next to your side. So from here, we're going to do a balancing posture, Vrikshasana. It's tree pose. So keep facing the front of your mat here, but for the sake of the camera, I'm going to face forward. So we're balancing on one foot for our Vrikshasana, our tree pose. So we want to find a good sturdy foundation. So hands to your hips. We're going to start by rooting through our left foot. So lift up the 5 toes on your left foot and really find the 4 corners of your foot. So 2 points at the top of your foot, 2 points at the base of your heel. And then slowly lower one toe down at a time. Really finding a good foundation as if there are roots literally growing into the ground from your feet. So from there, we're engaging up our leg. So engaging through our thigh, maybe you lift right above your kneecap. Hug in through our hips here. And then we're gonna find whatever variation we want on the right side. So maybe kickstand with our foot to our ankle, maybe right foot up to our calf or to the inside of our thigh. Just avoid the knee. Do not put your foot directly onto your knee. You need to protect that knee as much as you can. You're bearing a lot of weight here, so either above it or below it. Be okay with where you're at. This is a hard balancing posture. So maybe you keep your hands to your hips. Maybe you bring your hands to heart center. Maybe you keep your hands down next to your side. But we want to continue to keep that rooted foundation through our left foot. If your left hip is sending and protruding out to the side, hug it back in here. Find that engagement. Work your right knee back behind you. Here for an inhale. Hold on your exhale. And release your right foot. You're going to pedal it out. And we're going to find this on the other side. So stand strong through your right foot here. Again, lift your 5 toes. Stand through the 4 corners of your foot and then lower one toe at a time. Engage up through your leg, lift above your kneecap, hug in through your hip. Find your variation with your left foot. Either kickstand to your calf or up to the inside of your thigh. Again, avoiding the knee at all costs possible. And then your variation with your hands. Maybe they stay next to your body. Maybe they stay on your hips. Maybe hands to your heart. Focus in on your low body here, feeling strong through your rooted standing leg, opening up through your lifted knee. Send it to the back. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. And release through your left leg. Awesome job, everyone. Inhale, extended mountain reach overhead. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, hands through your heart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crawl back forward into a high plank. Move through your chaturanga. Lower down on your exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high, 3-legged dog, kick back through your right heel. Exhale, knee to nose. Now shift your shoulders over your wrist, hugging your knee up to your nose as much as you can. Feel your strength. Inhale, kick back, 3-legged dog. And exhale, step directly between your hands here. So we're setting up for warrior 2. Root your left foot so it becomes parallel to the back end of your mat. Inhale, rise up, warrior 2. Bring your arms to a T. Settle deeply into your right knee. Now focus here on your foundation. So you want to find heel to arch alignment. So the heel of your right foot comes in line with the arch of your back foot. Now that back foot could be parallel, or you could bring your toes a little bit more towards the front of the space, and that will bring your foot at a little bit of an angle. Each one is okay. Reaching equally to the front and back of the space. Your arms are engaged. If your shoulders are up to your ears, draw them down your back here. Zip up, hug up through your midline. Make sure to breathe. One more inhale. Maybe you sink a little bit deeper on your exhale. Inhale, low body stays the same, reverse warrior. So work your right arm towards the back of the space. You want to keep your shoulders square to the side. Draw your right shoulder down your back. Feel the stretch through your entire right side. Keep the bend in your right knee. Little to no weight here in your left hand. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, extended side angle. So reach your arms forward as much as you can. This will send your left hip back. When you can no longer go any further, tick-tock your arms to 6 and 12. To take it further, you can reach your left arm towards the front of the space. Now your right arm comes to the inside of your right thigh here, pointing down towards your toes. Left shoulder draws down your back. Make sure to breathe. Hold for your exhale. Inhale, reverse triangle. So straighten both legs. Bring your right arm straight up and then stretch to the back. Neutralizing through your hips. Right toes continue to face forward. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, arms to a T. We're moving into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Exhale, shift forward, hips shift back, and then tick-tock your arms. Again, right arm comes to the inside of your right thigh, almost pressing away to open through the left side body. Continue to breathe. Both legs are straight. Both arms are straight. One more inhale. Hold here for your exhale. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T. You're going to bring your feet parallel, shine through your chest, lift up. And exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana, hinge at your hips. Wide leg forward fold. Now keep a flat spine the whole way down. Keep control of your core, of your arms. And then you can eventually drop them down to the ground. Let your head hang heavy. Maybe take some movement here. Again, toes are pointed out in front of you. Now grab for whatever you can, your big toes, the outside edges of your feet, maybe your ankles, maybe your calves. Grab and pull yourself closer in between your legs. Again, reach the top of your head down towards the ground. And to release, drop your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, lunge to the front of the space. Bend your right knee, creep and crawl. Step back into high plank. And then chaturanga is yours here. So take your own variation. Maybe close your eyes. Move slowly in between each posture. Really taking notice of each transition. Not just working from point A to point B, but noticing that space in between. Downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through directly between your hands. Now inhale, rise, open, warrior two. Find that heel to arch alignment here. So the heel of your front foot in line with the arch of your back, reaching equally to the front and back of the space. Lifting up through the top of your head. Bend generously through your left knee. On your inhale, reverse warrior, low body stays the same. Reach to the back. Find that stretch along your entire left side body here. Work your left knee towards the pinky edge of your left foot. And breathe here. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, arms to a T. And then exhale, extended side angle. So reach to the front as much as you can. Tick-tock your arms to 6 and 12. Or option to reach your right arm to the front of the space. This is just going to find a deeper stretch along your right side body here. So left arm works your left knee open. Right shoulder draws down your back. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten both legs. First, bring your left arm straight up, then stretch it to the back. Make sure that your hips are neutral and that you feel that stretch through your left side body. Keeping your heel to arch alignment here. Engagement through your legs. One more inhale. Stay for an exhale. Inhale, arms to a T, setting up for triangle. Shift forward. Exhale, Trikonasana. Tick-tock your arms. Again, left arm comes to the inside of your left thigh. Press it in so much that you're able to roll open through your right shoulder. Now make sure not to sink down into your left obliques. You want to lift up. You want to find that engagement. Hold in an inhale. Stay for an exhale. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T. Feet become parallel, toes face forward. Lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold forward, Prasarita, Padottanasana. Move slow, have control. And then let your head hang heavy here. So same as last time, grab for something. This is an active posture. So you're lifting up through the soles of your feet here. You're engaging and activating right above your kneecaps here. So you're finding that engagement through your thighs. You're sending the top of your head down towards the ground, gaze back behind you. And you want to take this as deep as you can. So grab for either the outside edges of your feet, grab for your big toes, your heels, your ankles, whatever you can reach. Send your elbows out to the side and pull your chest forward. Now you may notice some of your weight shifts forward into the balls of your feet. That is okay. That is stacking our hips over our ankles. One more inhale. Go a little bit deeper on your exhale. Release your hands under your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen and straighten through your spine. And exhale, creep and crawl, lunge to the front of your space. Step back into high plank. And move through your chaturanga. Now we're going to link breath to movement. So we're going to move a little bit quicker. One breath, one movement, moving through that same flow. So starting in our downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Shift forward, shoulders over your wrist. Press the mat away from you. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through directly between your hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior two, pivot your back foot, heel to arch alignment. Exhale, settle in here, sink a little bit deeper through your right knee. Inhale, reverse warrior, paint the sky. Exhale, extended side angle, reach and flow. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your legs. Stretch through your right side body. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle proper. Open up through your chest, through your hips. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T, setting up for Prasarita, feet are parallel. Exhale, wide leg, forward fold, hinge forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga, creep and crawl to lunge. Step back into high plank down into low plank, hug your elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work, yogis. Other side, inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, shift forward. Inhale, three-legged dog, kick back. Exhale, step through directly between your hands. Set up for warrior two. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper, find your alignment. Inhale, reverse warrior, keep the low body, stretch through your left side. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle, stretch it back, both legs long. Exhale, Trikonasana. Feel the opening through your hips and shoulders. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T, setting up for Prasarita. Exhale, fold forward at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lunge to the top of the space. Step back into high plank. And your chaturanga here. Drop to your knees if you need, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome work, yogis. We're going to move on to the second set. So slowly walk your hands towards your feet using your core here. You're going to be at a forward fold, back of the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, extended mountain, root to rise, reach. Exhale, Tadasana, hands down next to your side. All right, so stay pointed and standing forward. Again, for the sake of the camera, I'm going to turn. We're going to move into Utthita Hasta Pada Gunsasana. So it's standing, big toe to hand. I like to use a strap for this one. Because I have really tight shoulders and really tight hamstrings, it's hard for me to get into this without the strap. So for the sake of class today, I'm using an at-home prop. I'm using a scarf. You can always press pause and go grab a scarf or a belt if you want to. So another balancing standing posture here. So root down through your left foot. Find that engagement. And for your right leg, bring it up 90 degrees, flexing through your right toes, lifting up through the top of your head. Unbent through your standing leg here. So if you're working on your balance, maybe you hang out here. This is a perfect place to be, to work yourself towards this posture. Second step is to grab for something. So maybe you take your peace fingers and you grab for your big toe, or grab for the inside or outside edges of your foot and just hang out here. This would be where, if you have a strap, go ahead and wrap that around the ball of your foot. Now you want your grip to be as close to your foot as you can. Left hand to your hip, hang out here. Again, find your foundation through your standing leg. If you want to move to the next step, you're going to kick your right heel out in front of you. So it becomes long and straight. Again, keep those right toes flexed. So this is where my shoulder's tight. I'm bowing in through my right shoulder. So that's why I need the strap, so I can still keep my grip and bring my shoulder back into place. Right hip is into its socket here. Big, long standing leg on the left side. Continue to find your breath here. And if you want to take it even further on your exhale, kick it out to the side. So you're keeping your right toes flexed. Now my left hip tends to bow out. I want to work it back up. Open through my chest. Now maybe if you grab for your toe, maybe you're just opening up right here. Maybe you're just opening up through your legs, whatever variation you're at. Just one more inhale. On your exhale, bring it back to center if you move out to the side, and then lower and release. Beautiful. Pedal it out. We're going to move through the other side. So stand strong through your right standing leg. Bend your left knee at 90 degrees. Flex those left toes. This is step one. Hang out here if you're working on your balance. Don't feel like you have to move any further, but if you want to, grab for your foot. Again, maybe peace fingers for big toes. Inside or outside edges of your foot. Grab your strap. Wrap it around the sole, the ball of your foot. Right hand to your hip. Find where you feel strongest. If you want to move forward, take an inhale. And on your exhale, kick your left foot out in front of you. So again, I need the strap because otherwise my shoulder is too far in. I want to bring it back into place while also extending out through my left leg. Take an inhale, breathe. If you're going to move forward, exhale out to the side. Open it up. This is hard to do and talk at the same time. So I'm going to take a modification from here. You can bend your knee. Find your focus. If you come out of it, just try and get right back into it, but we're just holding for one more inhale. Stay for your exhale. And then release the same way that you came in. Awesome job. Virtual high five. All right, so you can take that strap or that belt, toss it off to the side. You won't need that anymore. Inhale, extended mountain, reach overhead. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, walk back into a high plank. Move through your chaturanga. You can hold in your high plank, you can skip it. Meet us in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose again. We're building that strength. Shift shoulders over wrists. Inhale, three-legged dog, kick back. Exhale, step through to your right thumb this time. Low body's gonna stay the same. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. So keep your arms lifted overhead. Keep your right knee over your right ankle here. Left leg is long and straight. You want to lift up through that left heel, finding length through that back leg. Maybe you gaze up to the sky here on an inhale. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. So draw your right arm to the back, left arm to the front, working your shoulders open while trying to keep your hips square to the front here. You may be shaking, that's okay. Hug the insides of your thighs towards the midline and breathe. Inhale, back to center, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, airplane your arms. Swoop your arms down and back, palms face the ground, hug your elbows in back behind you, keep your chest lifted. Keep breathing here. You want to find a deep, generous bend in your right knee. Inhale, back to crescent lunge, reach. Exhale, lunge, plant your hands, step back into a high plank. Move through your chaturanga. Moving from high plank down to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side here. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, shift forward, feel your strength, press the mat away. Inhale, three-legged dog, kick back. Exhale, step through next to your left thumb. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Find that deep bend through your left knee. Right leg is long and straight. Now zip up through your belly here. Hug your pinkies into the midline, and you may notice your shoulders drop down your back a little bit. I like to gaze up to find a deeper stretch. On your exhale, open arm twist to the left. Draw your left arm back behind you. Right arm out in front of you. Keep the bend in your left knee. Keep lifting through the top of your head. Inhale, crescent back to the front. Exhale, airplane your arms, swoop them down and back. Now, chest stays lifted, gaze is out in front of you. Keep the bend in your left knee, palms face down. Roll your shoulders back. Long line of energy out your right heel. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, lunge, plant your hands, step back into high plank, chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Breathe here together, inhale. And exhale, let it go. So again, we're gonna move through that one breath, one movement. So instead of holding through these postures, we're gonna just be in them briefly and find the flow. We're gonna find that dance with our breath. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it in. Inhale, three-legged dog, kick back. Exhale, lunge, step to your right thumb. Inhale, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana, reach up high. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale, crescent, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, airplane your arms, swoop them down, keep your chest lifted. Inhale, crescent proper, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, lunge, plant your hands. Chaturanga Dandasana, high plank, down to your low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it in, shift forward. Inhale, three-legged dog, kick back. Exhale, lunge, step through to your left thumb. Inhale, rise up, crescent proper. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale, crescent proper, Anjaneyasana, reach. Exhale, airplane your arms. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, lunge, plant your hands, chaturanga, high plank, down to your low plank, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome job. I'm getting winded here, so go ahead and drop to your knees. Take a drink of water. We're going to work on a little bit of core here. So this break is not very long. We're going to hop back into our plank pose here. So go ahead, get into your plank, high plank. Step back with your feet, long line of energy. And then we're going to drop down onto our forearms here. So one arm at a time, go ahead and drop down. Now ideally you keep your arms at an 11, but you can take your grip right in front of your face here so that you find a third point of contact. Press the mat away from you. Press your forearms into the mat. You're going to feel this lift through your shoulders here. So make sure that your hips are not too high or are not dropping too low. If that's the case, just drop to your knees here. You're still building strength even if you're dropping to your knees, even maybe a little bit more through your lower obliques or your lower abdominals. So find whatever variation here works for you. We are well over halfway here. We're just going to be here for 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale and exhale, let it go. Last round of breath. Inhale here and exhale, slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Just kind of swaying from side to side, massaging out through your low back. Now go ahead and press up and just take a quick seated position. I'm going to demonstrate the peak posture, which is half moon. I forgot to do that at the beginning of class, so I'm going to do that right now so that when I cue you into it, you know where you're going. So again, I'm going to recommend a prop. I find it helpful. Anything that works, a can of soup, a candle, anything like that. Just place it towards the top of your mat. Now, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. There's a lot going on. We are balancing on one foot. We are expanding through our arms. So we're opening through our chest. We're kicking out and extending through our top of our head as well. So there's expansion, there's extension, there's balancing, strength. There's everything going on here. So we start this from an extended side angle. So extended side angle right here. So you're always welcome to just hang out here if you're still building your strength. But to move forward, drop your left hand to your hip, gaze down at your feet here. Now, you can either step in with your left foot or toe heel your left foot in a couple of feet. And you're going to bring that prop about a foot or so in front of your right foot, maybe over in front of your pinky toe. So as you bring that left foot forward, it's going to allow you to shift forward, bringing your fingers to the top of your prop. Now maybe you just hang out here. If you want to take it further, you begin to lengthen and straighten through your right leg and lift off of your left leg. So bring that left leg as close to parallel as you can. You're going to notice that you need to root through your right standing leg as well. Flex your left toes. And then the last step here is to lift your left arm, half moon. And release. All right, so that's where we're moving towards. Let's go ahead and start in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step through directly in between your hands. So we've been here before. Warrior 2 on your inhale, rise up, finding that heel to arch alignment. And exhale, just settle in here. Inhale, star. So turn over your left shoulder, create an X with your body, toes out, heels in, gaze up to the sky. Exhale, horse, hands through heart center, bend your knees. Now your knees should track over your toes, chest is lifted, thumbs to your sternum, maybe you close your eyes. Breathe into the inside of your hips here. Inhale, star, reach up. Exhale, back to warrior two, pivot that back foot so it's parallel, bend through your right knee, arms to a T. Inhale, shift forward with your fingers, and exhale, extended side angle, so tick-tock. So here we are, we're moving into our half moon from our extended side angle. So drop your left hand to your hip, gaze down to the mat. Now step or toe heel your left foot in a couple of feet, grab that prop, place it about a foot or so in front of your front pinky. Now as you shift forward, you'll be able to bring your fingers to the top of the prop and begin to launch off of your left leg onto your right, flexing through your left toes, bringing your left foot as parallel as you can. Be okay with where you're at. Every day is going to feel different. So you're opening through your hips, you're stamping your left foot to the back of the space, extending the top of your head towards the front. Last step is to open up. One more inhale. Exhale, release back to warrior two slowly. Good work. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, lunge to the front of the space. And chaturanga. Meet in downward facing dog. Last little push here. I'm going to take us a little bit over an hour because of technical difficulties. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Shift forward, build your strength. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through directly between your hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. And exhale, settle in here. Inhale, star, turn to your right, toes out, heels in. Exhale, horse, hands through heart center, bend through your knees, sink through your hips. Shoulders directly over your hips, so lean a little bit back. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two to the front. Inhale, reach your left arm forward, so send your right hip back. Exhale, extended side angle. So here we are. Hang out here. To take it further, drop your right hand to your right hip, gaze down at the mat. Now step or toe heel in through your right foot a couple of feet. This will allow you to bring your fingers down to your prop about a foot or so in front of your left pinky toe. Now shift forward, start to lift your right leg, bringing it as parallel to the ground as you can. Opening through your hips, you're stamping through your right foot towards the back. Last step is to open up through your right arm, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Make sure you're breathing here. One more inhale. Exhale, step back into warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, lunge to the front. Last chaturanga here of class. High plank, down to your low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome work today, everyone. Go ahead and drop to your knees here. We're going to start to cool it off. Cool it down. Take a seat towards the middle of your mat. So your knees are going to stay bent. Soles of your feet root into the earth. Hands extend out in front of you and then slowly lower down, one vertebrae at a time, until your back is flat on the ground. Go ahead and take a full body stretch here. So reach your arms back behind you, kick your legs out in front of you, stretch out. And then on your exhale, hug into a little tiny yogi ball. And we're going to take a twist here. So bring your right knee, cross it over your left knee here. So we're finding eagle legs. Now you want to plant through your left foot, lift up through your hips, draw them to the right, and then drop them down to the ground. And this will allow you to send your knees to the left a little bit easier. You're stacking your hips as it should be. Arms to a T, maybe cactus. And to find the fullest twist here, you want to gaze over your right shoulder. And take your breath through the twists and the turns of your spine. Maybe breathing more into the backside of your body. Just one more round of breath here, enjoying this twist, this compression. And on your exhale, release. Bring your knees back to center. Uncross your legs. Maybe pedal out your legs a little bit. And then we'll find this on the other side. So cross your left knee over your right, finding eagle legs. Now root through your right foot. Lift your hips up, send them to the left, then drop them down. And then continue to draw your knees over to the right. They will naturally go there. Arms to a T or open wide. Gaze over your left shoulder here. Come back to your breath. If it's hard to breathe onto the front with any of the compression, focus your breath and take it into your backside body. Just envision it being pulled back there. One more round. Inhale back to center. Unwind your legs. Pedal them out again. One more stretch here, full body stretch. And then last posture here is happy baby. So bend your knees, take the soles of your feet towards the ground, towards the sky, and then reach for wherever you can. Maybe the inside or outside edges of your feet, maybe your big toe, maybe you can grab at your ankles, your heels, your shins, wherever you can grab here. Finding this opening through your hips, rooting your shoulders and your hips into the ground, but take some movement here. Happy babies are always smiling, playing around. You can rock from side to side. Maybe stretch out one leg at a time. One more round of breath. And on your exhale, release everything down. Moving into your final Shavasana here. So I always recommend bringing your arms next to your body. You can let your palms face up if you're looking to receive energy. You can root your palms into the ground if you're looking to find some stability, some foundation. Come back to your breath. We rarely get these opportunities for ourselves, this time for ourselves. We must carve it into our schedule, creating this time to dedicate to our body, our mind. So right now, as a lot of us are home, maybe a little bit more than we're used to, still finding that it's difficult to come to your mat. That's totally normal. Finding that motivation that you need to get to your mat. But knowing that here at YogaPod, we are always going to be providing those 4 free classes a day for you, for anybody. If you know of somebody who is struggling, send them our way. Hang out here in your Shavasana for the next 30 minutes if you want. It's so glorious. I will leave you here in your Shavasana. It has truly been my honor to guide you through practice today. I will be hopping back on on Friday and Saturday for a few more classes similar to this one. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, you can find me on Spotify if you would like. We're here for you during this time. Namaste. Thanks for joining. Have a good day, y'all.